Lovely to have you back with us right here on BNSN The Weekend Show. Well, of course, it is our Portfolio Advisor segment, and this time around, we've selected Utkarsh Kishore's portfolio to be discussed with Sharmila Joshi. Let's take a look. Utkarsh Kishore took his first baby steps into the stock markets way back in the boom time of 2007, when stocks were surging to record highs on a daily basis. It was a time when India was one of the most promising emerging economies, and our stock markets were reflecting that optimism. Almost every mid-cap company Kishore bought seemed like a multi-bagger. But in a few months, he was in for a rude shock. The US market and economy came tumbling down, and that had a cascading impact on all global markets, including India.
It was so sudden that within 2 or 3 days, most of my investments were wiped off.
Over the next 2 years, the dust on the American economy settled, and India seemed well positioned for a takeoff. While Kishore's investments had not paid off in the past 2 years, his stocks were looking cheaper and more promising than ever before. So he started averaging his cost price by picking up more of the same stocks. On the face of it, this seemed like a good strategy. In hindsight though, it may not have been the best thing to do. Kishore, all of 30 years, is still making a loss of about 70,000 rupees on his portfolio. And he now wants our experts to help him recover his lost capital.
The best case scenario for me would be to at least get back what I have invested, if not get any returns.
So let's take a quick glimpse at Utkarsh's background as well as his portfolio then. He's a 30-year-old software professional who's got 10 stocks in his portfolio. Let's run you through each of them then. He's got 50 shares of a Geometric Software. He's also picked up a GMR Infra at about 173 rupees. He's got 30 shares of IT giant Infosys and 80 shares of ITC. From the mid-cap space then, IVRCL, he's got about 40 shares of that. JP Associates, Power Grid and Praj Industries are some of his other picks. And from the telecom side then, he's got a Reliance Communications where he's got 20 stocks and about 10 shares of State Bank of India at 2273. So Sharmila, it's quite a diverse portfolio that we've got on our hands here. 10 stocks, we've got most of the prominent sectors also represented. So what did you make of the overall portfolio, the sort of levels that he's picked up the shares at?
I think precisely what he said, that he tried to buy good momentum type mid caps, and that's where actually things have gone wrong for him. I don't think that things have gone that wrong for him in some of like an Infosys or an ITC or an SBI. And I think even if things do go wrong, it will be a temporary thing, because I think that the good thing about momentum type mid caps, and that's where actually things have gone wrong for him. I don't think that things have gone that wrong for him in some of like an Infosys or an ITC or an SBI. And I think even if things do go wrong, it will be a temporary thing, because I think that the good thing about investing in blue chips is that over a period of time they reward you. For instance, if you've been invested in ITC since for the last couple of years, you would have got one bonus for sure. So that's that kind of average your price. I think Infosys also rewards investors. So if he were to stay invested for another couple of years, he will find that they will reward him either with a good dividend or with a bonus. That will considerably bring down his cost of acquisition. So I'm not really worried about an Infosys or an ITC or a State Bank. I think it's some of the other names which are causing pain that really stand out, and that's the stocks that we need to take a call on. And I think the second thing that I'd like to add here is that the markets are no longer what they were maybe 10 years back, where you bought a stock and you didn't really bother to track it forevermore, and you thought that everything would be good. Because apart from the fact that markets are volatile and they are doing their thing, things are also changing for businesses. So sometimes businesses are becoming obsolete. So you really need to keep yourself updated as to what the company that you're invested in is doing. And again, here I'm not talking of corporate governance issues. I'm not talking of what managements are doing. I'm just saying that businesses can get obsolete. So you need to bear all these things in mind when you make your portfolio. And even the stocks that I'm suggesting, I really recommend that you keep a track and keep revisiting your portfolio very regularly.
Okay, Utkarsh, so I think it's the momentum stocks that really caught you on the wrong foot, but not to worry, Sharmila's here to tweak the entire portfolio. Start off with the first three stocks, the Geometric Software, GMR Infra and Infosys. What should he do?
Geometric, I don't think that you're going to get back the price that you bought it at, but I think perhaps you can minimize your loss there a little. I do think that this is the wrong time to sell the stock, so possibly you can sell it when it kind of moves up and goes to about an 85 kind of a level. So that's the kind of level that I'd look for to exit the stock. There will be, of course, I think some amount of loss that you'll make there, but as I said, we can try and minimize it. GMR Infra, I think similarly, again I think this is the wrong price to sell it, because for GMR also there have been a whole host of worries, the kind of debt that they've had. Overall I think Infra is going through a lot of pain. So I think if you can wait out on that a little bit and give the company some space in terms of getting back on track where their projects are concerned, I think you could see a price of about 32 on this stock. So it might be better to wait it out, average if you can. I believe he said that averaging has not worked for him, so I don't know which are the stocks he's averaged at, because I think the buying price for GMR is very high. So perhaps you can still try that and try and average on GMR and bring your price down. But it's an okay stock, and I think the infra space is going through pain. Coming to Infosys, I think once again over there we've had the company give up not a great guidance, and which is why you saw it getting beaten down. But there again one hears that things are getting back on track, and you should start seeing it in the numbers in the next couple of quarters. So I would expect the stock price to go back to 27.50 kind of level. So that would be a hold for me. And in any case, as I said, these are the stocks that should form the backbone of your portfolio. So I'm not overly concerned on those.
Okay, so for an Infosys, it's a clear hold. The other two, that's a GMR and a Geometric. Just wait for rallies on these counters and you can exit at those levels. Sharmila, let's talk about the next few stocks, and ITC, IVRCL Infra and JP Associates from the Infra Pack, a Power Grid as well as a Praj Industries. What does he do with those few stocks?
ITC again is a clear hold for me. I think we are, we've just, in these last months we've witnessed the kind of fancy FMCGs caught with investors, and I think with good reason, because when you're in an environment where you think that margins of companies are suffering, this is one sector which can actually pass on costs, and they've done so successfully. It reflects in their numbers, and as I said, these are stocks that reward investors over a period of time. So I would give this a target of about 285, and I would say a hold. IVRCL, if you remember, just a couple of maybe months back, there was all that excitement because of the investors coming in, and the view that since they were buying at this level, it meant that the kind of orders that IVRCL had got, and that there was great value at that price, etc. The minute the takeover story came off, you saw the stock correct. But I think there's no taking away from the fact that IVRCL, the kind of projects they have going, and the price that they are at just now is quite beaten down, and the projects over a period of time would mean good numbers for IVRCL. So this again I would give a target of about 70. So you can hold on till there and then revisit the stock and take a call. Coming to JP Associates, I think there again you have one of those stocks that moves in a range. I think the range very strictly for the stock has been, say between late 50s to about 90, 95. If I think markets improve, then you will see it go back to that 100 plus level, about 105, 110. That's the kind of level that you should look to sell the stock at. Then I think Power Grid was the next stock.
That's right.
This I think is a good stock. Again, it's not one of those volatile plays, so I don't think you're losing too much money on that. The sad thing has been, of course, that things have not, it's not been able to generate the kind of returns for investors that a stock of its caliber and promise should have been able to. But I'd still give it a target of about 125. So if you have the patience, you can hold that stock and, as I said, revisit it at 125.
What about a Praj Industries, and the two blue chips on which he's losing out, that's Reliance Communications and SBI?
Praj Industries, I think, is another sad stock. Unfortunately, I think the things went terribly wrong for the stock. So I would say really exit it, because I think the acquisition price just seems way too high, and I don't think that any amount of waiting can really get you back there. So maybe you can use this money to reinvest in GMR. That could be there. The target is 32, so you could bring the average down there and wait for a price of 32. So that would be the advice. Reliance Communication again I think is a very sad case. I think overall telecom is going through a lot of pain, and Reliance Communication in particular for a whole variety of reasons. He should have probably exited this far earlier. Now I think, when you're talking of an acquisition price of 600 plus and the stock trading at 60, there again, it seems very difficult to imagine it going back to that level. Maybe it can go back to 90 or whatever if that's the kind of price you want to wait for. But I would then just say sell it and, maybe buy a Dena Bank, because, this is one stock I think, within the PSU banking space which I like, and I think you can get a target of about 135 on that. So you can buy Dena Bank at 95 and make some money there. So I would say sell Reliance Communication. And then the last is State Bank. There again I would stay put, because as I said, I do like banks, and I think, there again the story is going to considerably improve over this year, to my mind, the way it will for the infra space, because now the interest rate cycle has turned, and now you're going through a phase where you will see interest rates hopefully getting cut over the next year or so. So from that perspective, I would say State Bank is a good stock to be invested in. And there I'd give it a target of about 2800 if you are ready to wait with the stock for about a year, year and a half.
Okay, Utkarsh, that's Sharmila to the rescue, helping you tweak your portfolio. Let's take a look at the changes that she's made. The first stock, that's a Geometric Software. Hold on to that. GMR Infra is a sell on recovery. Hold on to Infi as well as ITC. Average IVRCL Infra and a Jayaprakash Associates average, or hold and sell around levels of 110. Hold on to Power Grid and sell out of Apaj Industries. Instead, you can buy a GMR Infra. Reliance Communication is a sell. Buy into a Dena Bank instead with a target of 135. Hold on to SBI.
Okay, and here's a disclaimer from our end for our Utkarsh as well as all the viewers watching, that the portfolio that's been recommended here is a model portfolio. So please do consult your individual investment advisors before taking any investment decisions.
Time for a quick break right here on the show, but on the other side, we will have Sharmila Joshi as well as Rajat Bose, who are staying by to give us their top value picks. Don't go anywhere.